Hey guys, what is up? It's your boy Shifton here back with another sports talk video. Got some news in sports today. Got some MLB news, NBA news, NHL, NFL, and some really big wrestling news we're gonna talk about. Let's start off with MLB news. So the MLB, the Cardinals are still going on their coronavirus rampage. I think it's been longer than the Marlins had it. They had a series against the Pirates canceled, a series against the Cubs canceled. Now their upcoming series against the White Sox. And the Field of Dreams game has been postponed. So they are still having to worry about outbreak game. Players are getting canceled, but we've had some other MLB news. We've had multiple no-hitter bids. Yu Darvish had one last night against the Brewers. His was broken up in the seventh by a Justin Smoke homer. And we also had some kind of update on the Tyler Skaggs situation. Now, if you don't know, Tyler Skaggs was one of the best pitchers for the Angels. Passed away last season. Due to a drug overdose, and they did find out who illegally supplied the drugs, which is very good. Very, very good. We had some other MLB news, like the Indians bench coach opted out of the season. I think that's one of the first examples of a coach, or the first example I've seen of a coach opting out of the MLB season, because I've always seen players opting out. I never see the coaches themselves opting out. And then we see we also saw a record-breaking moment. Mookie Betts hit his sixth ever three-run home run game in his entire career. He has 6 in his career, and he was trying to get a 4th homer to become the 19th player to hit 4 home runs in a game, but he did not hit there, sadly. That's really it for MLB news. I'm going to read you guys up the standings here. Now that MLB news, just the trade deadline is coming up, so a lot of people will be traded soon. That's really it. All right, so here are the standings here. I'll read the standings here. First off, in the National League, with the National League Central. The Chicago Cubs are in first place with 13 wins and 3 losses, followed by the Cincinnati Reds, big rise there, with 8 wins and 11 losses. Milwaukee Brewers are in third with 7 wins and 10 losses, followed by the St. Louis Cardinals in fourth with 2 wins and 3 losses, and finally the Pittsburgh Pirates are in last with 4 wins and 13 losses. In the East, the Miami Marlins, who are still going to play a lot of games, are getting their games back. The Miami Marlins are in first with 8 wins and 4 losses, followed by the Atlanta Braves with 11 wins and 9 losses, followed by the New York Mets with 9 wins and 11 losses. The Washington Nationals are in fourth with 6 wins and 9 losses, and finally the Philadelphia Phillies are in last with 5 wins and 9 losses. We're going to go in the West now, with Colorado is in first place with 12 wins and 6 losses. The Dodgers fall right behind them with 13 wins and 7 losses, followed by the San Diego Padres with 11 wins and 9 losses. And the Arizona Diamondbacks are in fourth with 8 wins and 11 losses, and the Giants are last with 8 wins and 12 losses. That finishes off for the National League. Some rises there, a couple of teams bumping up. Biggest rise definitely goes to the Cincinnati Reds. They were in fourth, now they're in second. I think it was because of that series they had against it was either the Twins or the White Sox. They did really good. We're going to go into the American League East now. The Yankees are in first place. Tampa Bay's creeping up on them. They're in first place with 12 wins and 6 losses. Tampa Bay's in second with 12 wins and 8 losses. The Baltimore Orioles are in third place with 10 wins and 7 losses, followed by the Toronto Blue Jays with 6 wins and 9 losses, and the Boston Red Sox with 6 wins and 13 losses. We're going to go over to the Central now, where the Minnesota Twins are in first place with 12 wins and 7 losses, followed by the Detroit Tigers, surprisingly, with 9 wins and 7 losses. Chicago White Sox are in fourth with 10 wins and 9 losses. But the Cleveland Indians are barely in fourth place with 10 wins and 9 losses, very creeping up on the White Sox. And the Kansas City Royals are in fifth place with 8 wins and 11 losses. In the West, in the American League West, Oakland is way above in first place with 13 wins and 6 losses. Texas, big shocker there for me. Big shocker there. The Astros are slumping here real bad. 8 wins and 9 losses. Houston's in third with 8 wins and 10 losses, but they're keeping up. And then the fourth and fifth seed here also kind of fluctuating here. The Angels are in fourth place with 7 wins and 12 losses, and the Seattle Mariners are in fifth place with 7 wins and 13 losses as of today. So that's the standings so far. Some teams are rising a bit. Some teams are getting very close to better seeds, but that's really it. Let's move on to NFL news. So the NFL has agreed to have agreed to do a big test on my testing system for the virus, which should have happened anyway. I shouldn't even voted for it. We saw some other things like regarding fans NFL games. So the NFL season is right around the corner. It's a couple. I think it's very soon. Training camp's going on. I gotta double check here when the first actual game is, but it's very soon, and especially that the MLB is gonna still be going on, and the NBA is probably gonna still be going on. There might not. Yeah. So the first game is let me look here. It's Thursday, the September 10th. So it's about a month away now. But they're gonna have to play in a pandemic season. So I know some teams said like Washington, the Washington football team says there's gonna be no fans, but some teams like the Cowboys, so they are gonna have fans at all their home games. So maybe it will be a team decision whether or not to have fans, or it will be a NFL decision, because if the NFL says league-wide you cannot have fans, and the Cowboys can't do anything because that's a league-mandated thing. So it depends what the NFL is going to say, what Roger Goodell decides, but I think that they're going to go ahead and probably do a league-wide, no fans in attendance, because they're going to have some sort of season to get just some money, but they're definitely going to have no fans, considering that every other sport has having no fans. So some dealings. We saw tight end Kleiss from the Chiefs get a 4-year deal. And then I know the 49ers signed somebody for a 5-year, $70 million deal. That's really it for NFL news. I know training camps are going on. You see a lot of players practicing and stuff. The season does start on the 10th, September 10th. So it's kind of around the corner. It's going to be interesting how COVID impacts the season. Let's move on to NBA news. A lot of NBA news. We have some injuries going down a little bit. Simmons is out for the playoffs. I know Joel Embiid, he's out of the bubble, which for them going into the playoffs is a massive blow for the 76ers. I know Russell Westbrook will be out for, I think, the first round for the Rockets, so I think he'll be back if the Rockets make the second round, which they probably will. And then we have some playoffs. So the playoffs are starting this Saturday I think it's today, but I know this Saturday is they're going to have a Western play-in. So what a play-in is, if you don't know, part of the new playoffs is that the Grizzlies and the Portland Trailblazers will play a one team elimination game to determine who will face the Lakers in the first round. And that doesn't really matter because they're going to get destroyed by the Lakers, because the Lakers are going to win it all. That's just my prediction with this. But I'm going to read you guys what the playoff looks like, who each team is facing. Starting, we're start off here with the in the Western Conference. So it's not all confirmed yet. But I'm just gonna read it what it is. What the standings look like now. So I believe that the seeding games are. I think they're done for. I don't know all the teams, but. I think they are. So, or the last ones are today. So it looks like this. The playoffs look a little bit like I have to find it here. I can't find it right here. I'm looking for it, but yeah, the playoffs are. So the play-in will be a 2-game series. Of course, whoever wins it will face the Lakers. So it looks like the Lakers had the first seed secured, and they will go on face to either the Memphis Grizzlies or the Portland Trailblazers. And then the next matchup will be the 2nd seed LA Clippers will take on the 7th seed Dallas Mavericks, and then the 3rd seed Denver Nuggets will go 1-on-1 with the 6th seed Utah Jazz. It's all confirmed for the Western and the East. Only a couple matchups confirmed here. The Milwaukee Bucks will go 1-on-1 with the Orlando Magic. The Boston Celtics will go 1-on-1 with the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Toronto Raptors will go 1-on-1 with the Brooklyn Nets. I'm gonna make my predictions for it when the time comes. So like when everything's all said and done, like when the playoffs are confirmed and all that. Other than that, that's really it. We have the finalists for the awards. I'm gonna read you the finalists for like MVP and Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, stuff like that. The finalize for the awards. So there have been finalists for the awards. I'm not sure when they announce it, but I'm gonna read out the finalists. So the finalists are for most valuable player. The finalists are Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks, James Harden of the Houston Rockets, and LeBron James of the Los Angeles Lakers. Defensive Player of the Year is Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks, Anthony Davis from the Los Angeles Lakers, and Rudy Gobert from the Utah Jazz. Rookie of the Year is Jay Morant from the Memphis Grizzlies, Kendrick Nunn from the Miami Heat, and of course Zion Williamson from the New Orleans Pelicans. I don't think he deserves to get it. Let's go, Ja. Sixth Man of the Year is Monzel Harrell, or Harrell. Sorry if I pronounce that wrong. Sorry if I pronounce any of these names wrong. From the Los Angeles Clippers, Dennis Schroeder from the Oklahoma City Thunder, and then Lou Williams from the Los Angeles Clippers. Most Improved Player goes to Bam Adebayo from the Miami Heat, Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks, Brandon Ingram from the New Orleans Pelicans. Coach of the Year goes to either Mike Budenholzer from the Milwaukee Bucks, Billy Donovan from the Oklahoma City Thunder, and Nick Nurse from the Toronto Raptors. The Executive Player of the Year NBA Sportsmanship Award, the Walter J. Kennedy Citizen Award, Tie Man Spokes Teammate of the Year, and Community Assist Award has not been announced yet, of course. That is it for. I think there's a lot of strong contenders. LeBron could get his next big MVP award. I think Rudy Gobert is probably given Defensive Player of the Year. I think Luka Doncic is going to live Most Improved, and I think Jay Morant should win Rookie of the Year, considering LeBron was injured for most of the season. But I think he'll be a strong number 2. But that's really it for NBA news, as we're getting very, very close to the playoffs. Let's move on to NHL news. So we're moving on to the NHL playoffs. The first round has been officially completed. I will read you off the what it looks like here. So we saw a lot of big upsets, like the Penguins lost in the first round. We even saw a five overtime game between the Blue Jackets and the Lightning. 5 overtimes. That's insane. I mean, I was watching it, but I'm not watching 5 overtimes. Alrighty, where the hell is my... Okay, I couldn't find them. I couldn't find them. Okay, so in the first round, Montreal beat Pittsburgh and 3-1. Carolina beat the New York Rangers 3-1, 3-0. The New York City Islanders beat Florida 3-1. Columbus beat Toronto 3-2. Chicago beat Edmonton 3-1. Arizona beat Nashville 3-1. Vancouver beat Minnesota 3-1, and Calgary beat Winnipeg 3-1. So here are the reseeded pairings, or what it looks like now. In the first round right now, Montreal has won 1 game, or Philadelphia has won 1 game against Montreal. The series between Tampa Bay and Columbus is tied. The New York City Islanders and the Washington Capitals, New York City is at 1. They're 1-0. Boston and Carolina are tied. Vegas is 2 ahead of Chicago. Carolina is 1-0 with Arizona, or Colorado is 1-0 with Arizona. Dallas is 1-1 with Calgary, and Vancouver has 1 against St. Louis. They are. I think the Boston Bruins are going to go ahead and win. I think they had a really strong team, and I think they're going to go ahead and win it all, in my opinion. And then of course we had the NBA draft, the NHL draft. Excuse me, I'm not in the right place today. The NHL draft order was confirmed. I will read you the full draft order. So the New York Rangers will have the first pick, followed by the LA Kings with the second pick. Then the San Jose Sharks had the third pick, but they traded it to Ontario. Detroit has the 4th pick. Ontario has the 5th pick. Anaheim has the 6th pick. The New Jersey has the 7th pick. Buffalo has the 8th pick. Minnesota has the 9th pick. Winnipeg has the 10th pick. Nashville has the 11th pick. Florida has the 12th pick. Orlando had the 13th pick, but they traded it to Carolina. Edmonton has the 14th pick. Pittsburgh has the 15th pick. And then that was the end of the lottery. The Montreal's 16th pick, or it looks like I think this is it. Montreal's 16th pick. Chicago's the 17th pick. Arizona had the 18th pick. They traded to the New Jersey Devils over the 18th pick. Calgary has the 19th pick. Vancouver had the 20th pick. They traded to the Devils over the 20th pick. Columbus had the 21st pick. New York traded their pick. Ottawa had the 22nd pick. Dallas is the 23rd pick. The Rangers will have the 24th pick because they got it in a trade with Carolina. Phillies will have the 25th pick. The Lightning had the 26th pick, but they traded to the San Jose Sharks. They'll have the 26th pick. Colorado's 27th pick. The Vegas is the 28th pick. Washington is the 29th pick. St. Louis Blues have the 30th pick, and the 31st pick went to Boston, but they traded to the Anaheim Ducks. So that is it for NHL news. We're going to move on to WWE and AEW news. So WWE news is getting pretty interesting as we have the finalization for the SummerSlam, and it hasn't been confirmed, but it looks like now that they're going to hold the future of Raw, SmackDown, maybe NXT. I don't think NXT, but Raw, SmackDown, SummerSlam, and all other pay-per-views will be held at the Airway Center in Florida. So essentially, they're going to have the same Raw sets and SmackDown sets if they would have live attendance, but without fans. And they said now they're going to do some sort of virtual fan thing with a bunch of LED screens, which will be information that says it's going to come soon, but I think it's yet to be announced. Which is there hasn't been any details on it, but it sounds interesting. I'll probably maybe sign up to do it, see what it's up to. We are gearing up towards SummerSlam. SummerSlam is about a week away, and we have a couple matches confirmed on the card. Street Profits we have the Street Profits versus Angel Garza and Andrade for the Raw Tag Team titles. Asuka and Sasha Banks, again, I don't want to see it, for the Raw Women's Championship. We'll have Bayley versus whoever wins tonight on SmackDown's Triple Threat brand Battle Royal with superstars from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT to face her at SummerSlam. We will have... What was I going to say? We will have Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship, and then Braun Strowman versus The Fiend and Bray Wyatt for the Universe title. Let's move on to Raw. So Raw is getting pretty interesting. We have, of course, involvements of the Mysterio Dominic storyline. I forgot to mention that. Dominic Mysterio will have his debut matchup at SummerSlam against the Messiah, Seth Rollins. We had a little update on that. We had more Retribution and Retribution destroying stuff around the Performance Center. We had Ric Flair be the next victim, the next legend killed by Orton when he got hit in the nuts and he got punted in the head by Ric Flair. And then of course had McIntyre come out to beat him up, but then Randy Orton ran away. We have advancements on the Hurt Business storyline. And then we have more Raw Underground. Shayna Baszler got a little some punches in. We got more Baba Tunde again. I can't remember what his name. My nose was itching a lot, real bad. And then we had Riddick Moss come, beat up some guys, some more Raw Underground. And then we had more advances on the Angel Garza storyline because supposedly someone poisoned Montez Ford's drink, so Bianca Belair blamed it on Selena Vega, and they had a match, and Bianca Belair won. We had more advancement on like the Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan storyline. We had Mickie James come back in this like weird Natalia, like heel kind of line of storyline where she'll go one-on-one with Natalia next week on Raw. Looking forward to that. That's really it for Raw. On NXT, we're gearing up to NXT TakeOver where we have Pat McAfee versus Adam Cole. That's going to be a massive match. We have a five-man ladder match for the NXT North American Championship, which has, I think, I got to double-check this. I know it's Bronson Reed and Damian Priest, and then now Cameron Grimes, I believe it is, because he won a match between him, Kushida, and the mystery competitor who ended up being a Velveteen Dream, which I'm very shocked at Velveteen Dream, considering some of the things he said in his past, some things that was leaked. I'm surprised that he still has that he kind of still has a job in WWE. You know, I'm still shocked about that, to really be honest. But I gotta find what I'm looking for. I cannot find it. Oh, here it is. And this is. I'm sorry. I should have been more prepared, but I am trying to find this here. Here it is. Here it is. Here. So the matchup is Bronson Reed versus Damian Priest versus Johnny Gargano or Rich Holland versus Finn Balor or Velveteen Dream. Io Shirai and Dakota Kai go one-on-one for the NXT Women's Championship. And then we have Nally, the newly signed Karen Cross versus Keith Lee for the NXT Championship, which is a very, very bad matchup to have. They should have had Adam Cole keep the title. They shouldn't have had Keith Lee drop. The They shouldn't have had Keith. They should have had Keith Lee keep his North American title. Now, I totally like having Keith Lee's NXT champion. I like Keith Lee a lot. But Karrion Kross is undefeated. Now, if your whole gimmick is being undefeated, the day you lose, your career's over. Well, kinda. Let's think about Goldberg. Goldberg had the 172-3 defeated streak. And then he lost to Kevin Nash at Starrcade 99, I think it was 98. And, his career was really rough in WCW at the end. And then, of course, went to WWE, had a rough career there. Later down the line, left, came back, and is now known as the guy who beats up young people. Each competitor will hurt badly who wins the match. If Keith Lee wins, he'll have one of the worst title reigns in NXT history, because I think he deserved to have more time with the belt. Karrion Kross will hurt because he was this new big strong who loses his first NXT title match and might not. I think he'll recover, but I think he'll take a blow for a while. So either way, someone's going to get hurt for a little bit at some way or form. So yeah, that's going on NXT. Then on SmackDown, we of course have the Fiend and Bray Wyatt situation, where tonight, Alexa Bliss will talk about what happened with her and the Fiend, and then Braun Strowman will confront Bray Wyatt one-on-one, not socially distanced videos, actual in the room together, looking at each other's eyes, because of course they go one-on-one for the Universal title. And there's a big rumor that AJ Styles will defend his Intercontinental title for the first time on pay-per-view at SummerSlam, going one-on-one with Jeff Hardy. Now, there's not really any time to build a storyline, considering SummerSlam is next Sunday. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. So there's not really that much time to build a storyline. You have 2 SmackDowns and that's it. But, they could do it realistically. I don't know if there's any advancements on the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. We have Big E having a big singles push, considering Kofi Kingston and Woods are injured. So Big E's going to have a match against Morrison this Friday on SmackDown. Hopefully he gets a title shot. I hope that he take that, or a rumor, I hope that maybe come whatever the October preview is or whatever, or maybe Survivor Series. Hopefully he wins the Intercontinental title from AJ Styles. I think AJ Styles should keep it for a little while, then win the title, then he drops it, but, hope Big E wins the title. We have AEW news. We're going into All Out. Of course, MJF going one-on-one with Jon Moxley for the World Championship. Then we had some wrestlers be fired, of course, for what they've done in the past. Then we have, of course, I love the Orange Cassidy Jericho storyline, where they had the debate and another matchup this past week on Dynamite. And then we, of course, have Cody Rhodes unveil the, I think, pretty good-looking TNT Championship, which I think it's very good for whoever your TV partners for any company, any wrestling company to have a championship, for that company. It helps them boost up your relationship with the company. So now they have that. He's going to go on with Bronson Lee, a.k.a. Luke Harper, for the title next week on Dynamite. And then we have, of course, the Elite with Kenny Omega, Hangman, Adam Page retain their titles and all of that jazz. Then we have, of course, the Deadly Draw Tournament final. And then, actually, next episode of Dynamite, it's actually going to be on Saturday. It's going to be a Saturday night Dynamite instead of a Friday night Dynamite, which is actually interesting because I think it was actually... it's actually kind of interesting what they're doing. So, they're going to do a Saturday Night Dynamite on the 22nd. Saturday Night Dynamite, which will be free on television. It will be right on TV. Wow, that night is NXT TakeOver. So, and they said that they're doing it for the NBA, because the NBA, they're going to have NBA games. I feel like TNT did it because they know they're trying to compete with WWE, and they know that NXT is going to have their next big event this Saturday. So what they're going to do is they're going to have Saturday Night Dynamite, so people, instead of going to watch on the WWE Network, which you have to pay money for, they can watch it on cable. which is, if you still pay for it, but if it's essentially, free instead of paying $99 for NXT, or you can watch free Dynamite on Saturday night. It's a very smart business tactic right there, and it was a big, smart thing for AEW to do that. Now, that's all for all MLB news, all sports news there. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Coming at you with another Xbox video tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.